Hi, I am Laurie Bates and I am with Create Better Health Snap Ed program. Today we're going to do a lesson on how to make your own fish sticks. Sometimes we go into the store and think, that sounds good, and then we just buy it already done. But I wanted to show you that you can do it yourself and how fun it can be. Did you know that you don't have to buy it or go get it at a restaurant or a fast food establishment? You can do your own crispy, crunchy, tender fish stick. It's true. If you have 30 minutes, a pound of white fish, then you're on your way and to making this beautiful classic. It can also be frozen. You can get it all done, get the oil off of it with a paper towel, and then go ahead and put it on a cookie sheet and freeze them. And then when they're frozen, you might want to spray the cookie sheet just a little bit. And when they're frozen, go ahead and put them in a Ziploc bag. Make sure to mark them so that you know within about 2 months you should have them eaten. All right, should we get started and have you make some from your own kitchen? We are so lucky to have things like this because it will change your world. I know it has mine. Let's get going, shall we? All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to buy, I have some tilapia. It doesn't have to be that, just any white fish. It could be halibut or cod or, what's another one? Even a roughy would be good. So go ahead and get that going. And then you would think when you buy fish that sometimes it's kind of expensive, but it really does go a long way. And you could also do the frozen if you really wanted to. All right, so then it's a pretty big piece like this, and I'm just gonna cut some strips of fish in here to make some fish sticks. Now our fish sticks won't be as consistent as the ones that you might buy like at the fast food place or the restaurant, but that's okay because they don't use the imperfect type of fish sticks. All right, so we'll get that going. And it doesn't need to be too thick, probably be about 1 inch would be okay. And these ones that are falling apart, will just have slits. And that will work out okay. So then when we get that going, we're going to put that in a bowl or a dish of some sort. We're going to go ahead and wash our hands. Now that we've got our hands washed, we're going to go ahead and take our egg and we're going to tap it on our counter. Put our fingers into both sides and open that up. Put this in the trash. Take a fork or a whisk. We're just going to combine that. Now, if you would want to, you could just use the egg whites, and that would work out fine. But I like using the whole egg, so we get all of the benefits of the egg, because it has a lot of vitamins. It has about 13 different vitamins and minerals in it. Okay, now let's make our third dish, and that is with our dried ingredients. And this is panko crumbs. Now, how you want to do this is up to you. You can use all panko, or you could use some breadcrumbs along with it, or you could do flaxseed with it. It doesn't really matter too much. You can even put a little bit of grounded up oatmeal in there as well. Or if you have some dry bread, go ahead and put that in the blender and dry that up. That would work out real well as well. Do 3/4 of a cup of a mix. So I have breadcrumbs right here. And let's see if we have about 1/4 of a cup of that. And you could get the ones that are seasoned if you want, but it will give it a little different flavor, just so you know. Okay, I think it's close enough. And put that in. And then we're going to do a half of these pankos. And panko is a really crunchy breading, so I like using it quite a bit. Some onion powder. You can use as little or as a lot as you want. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just use a half a teaspoon. Put that in there. So this is what Old Bay seasoning looks like. Not to give you a brand name, but sometimes it's kind of nice to know what it looks like. Kind of get an idea of what something looks like, so that when I'm at the store, I know what to look for. This is a little bit on the spicier side. It's got a little bit of red pepper in it. And it says to put 2 teaspoons, but I am just going to use 1. I'm not really a big fan on spice. Okay, a little bit of pepper. You can just do like a little bit of 1/8 to 1/4 if you'd like. And a little bit of salt. Not much. Just enough to give some flavor. And that's it. Easy, right? We could do this. Oh, we forgot. We got to do our Parmesan cheese really quick too. We need 1 ounce, so about 1/8 of a cup or a couple of tablespoons. And I'm going to do it on my planter. You could do it on your grater if you want. That would be good. Be careful of your fingers, whichever one you're using, because it can be kind of sharp. You could also use the Parmesan cheese that's in the green can. That also works really well. I hope you're having a good day. It's a beautiful day today outside here in Juab County. So I hope that you're where you are, that it is also a really good day. All right, so let's mix this up, get this all ready and really mixed well so that we don't have a glob of seasoning in one fish stick, okay? All right, so we'll go ahead and clean up just a teeny bit. I'm going to finish the rest of this fish up after our video, but if you do it all at once, then you'll have a bunch to freeze and some to have for lunch. Good idea, right? Need some oil for our pan, and remember, don't have your handle sticking out where people walk by, because we don't want your pan to go all off the stove. That wouldn't be a very good idea. Another reason why it's really fun to do these is you get the pleasure of knowing that you made it. Even more important, right? And that you made the breading, that you seasoned it, and that it's from scratch, and you know what's in it. I know you're going to love it. Kids love seafood, and they go great together for, oh, so many reasons. Well, I guess one reason is fish is high in protein and omega-3 fatty acids that you can help you as a kid with your growing of your brain and your heart. They're crunchy and crispy and fun, just like kids are. And little teeny kids will love chewing on them, so give them to your little toddlers if it's okay with your mom and dad. Put our little, probably about a teaspoon of oil. Let's do a tablespoon. Let's see how that does. Depending on how you want to do it, you could do a little or up to a tablespoon, and that will be great. I have some tongs to help me turn that, and if you have a Teflon plated skillet, be kind of careful when you use those because they can scratch it. All right, so we're going to take our, is that not working? Oh, it is. Our fish strip, and we're just going to dip it right into our egg, just like this, and then pick it up and let it just kind of drip off a little bit. Then we're going to go ahead and put it in our crumbs and make sure that breading sticks on there pretty good, and then put it in our pan. Ooh, it's going to be so good. And then dip it again. Let it drip. Get it in the breading. And put it in our pan. And you just keep doing that. Easy, right? And you could do an assembly line with your brothers and sisters and friends if you wanted. And that would be way fun. Or your mom and dad, too. All right. And then one person could be in charge of one bowl, and another one could be in charge of another. Pretty neat, huh? And when you taste these, you could just do one up and taste it really quick. And then guess what? You could see what, if you want to put more Old Bay seasoning in there, or you want a little more Parmesan cheese. Because Parmesan cheese has got a little saltiness to it. And that's another reason why we didn't add very much salt. But, alright, when you get those going, get your tongs and pull this up just a little bit, and then we'll just go ahead and flip these over. They'll get about, 3 to 4 minutes on each side, about-ish. And if you want, you can just kind of flip one over and see what it looks like. And mine are getting kind of brown. Can you see that? Oh gosh, I wish you were here. You could smell how yummy this smells. And then have a paper towel and plate ready to go. So when these are done, we can take them right off. And that is it. Pretty cool, huh? And you'll see that these start to turn a white color. And then it will look like a fish stick by then. And then you could also do a dipping sauce. So you could do ranch or a tartar or a marinara. That would be like a sauce, a fish sauce, a red one. You would like that, I think. At least I do. I want to show you this. See how white that is inside there? That's what you want. So that's for lunch. And put some carrots on here. And away you go. A little bit more about protein. Since that's what fish is, right? It's a protein dish. All right, so when we're talking about protein, we're going to talk about the purple section of the MyPlate. And we need 5.5 to 6 ounces every day, depending on how active you are. So, if you're really active, you're going to want more like 6 ounces. And if you're not so active, then maybe 5 would do. When I'm thinking of 3 ounces, I'm thinking the size of a deck of cards. And you'll see that my chicken is about that size. And so, just so you know, it's kind of about that size. And then you would need half a deck for your other protein. Or if you're having your protein all in one setting, then you would do 1.5 decks of cards. All right, some of the things that are protein are refried beans, or any kind of beans, chicken, beef, eggs, salmon or any kind of fish, steak, ground beef, nuts and seeds. Combination foods might have protein in them, like tacos would have like a ground beef or a roast, or turkey or ground turkey or ground chicken. That would all work. Remember to look for these items on your plate. Okay, then the reason why we like and should eat protein is because they build our muscles and our bones, and they repair them. So let's say these were our muscles, then that what it would do is go in there and make sure everything was nice and strong and solid, and make all of those things ready to walk and play and ride our bikes and scooters, play tag, all those fun things. And then swimming's coming, and running and playing soccer and football, and I mean the list is endless of the things we want to do this summer, right? And thanks for joining me. This is Laurie Bates. See you next time.